You know what?
Dude! Dude!
Oh my God!
Dude!
We're all
Dude, it's the
nude.
Beasley Thought Show live!
Whoa!
How you guys doing? Robbie, you got some exciting news today. Beasley, how you doing?
Doing real good, man. And like Briar said, everybody on the show is nude from the waist down today. Doing real good.
Hell yeah.
That's not true. That's
Let
not
it all
true.
hang out. Got sweat pads under me. I'm good to go.
All right, Robbie, you got some really exciting news for everybody this week, so I want to hear it.
Absolutely. So this is concerning the Beastly Thoughts show and the future of the show as a whole. I have some really big news to announce to everybody watching the video right now. So first things first, I just created an official Beastly Thoughts Twitter account. What it's going to have is all the updates for the show in the future, all the updates, news, everything will be posted on that Twitter channel, so be sure to follow it. There's going to be a link down in the description of this video, so you guys follow the Twitter account to know when the show is going live, all the updates that happen, everything that's going on. And the second announcement I want to make is something that a lot of people I know have been asking about this, and we've been trying to do, is getting the show onto iTunes, and I'm very excited to announce that we're making great progress with that. I've gotten the show almost completely rendered into an audio file to be verified by Apple, and once we get verified by Apple, the show will be live on iTunes, so I hope you guys are as excited as we are, and just stick with it. I hope to have next week's episode debut on iTunes along with the YouTube episode, so yeah, that's the news.
Okay, so over the years, or I think we've been doing this for 2 years now?
It's about a year and a half. Yeah,
Okay,
close
so
to a year and a half.
basically since we started the show, I've gotten requests to put it on iTunes or to put it on some kind of a streaming service. And the answer I've always given is I would love to. That sounds great. I'll get to it as soon as I can.
It's complicated. It really
Robbie
is.
fucking got to it.
Yeah, you guys are welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much, Robbie. I mean, it is way more complicated than you think it is if you've never tried to do it. Even once you have the whole thing set up, just getting it posted, each new episode posted, actually takes multiple steps. I have experience with this from doing the first run, the movie podcast that I'm on, and it used to be that I'd actually be responsible for editing and uploading and getting it live on iTunes every other week, and I had to step away from it because it was such a time suck.
Yeah.
You know, so it really is. It's a You know, it seems like it should be easy. It's harder than you think it is. Also, it can be very expensive. So if you don't find a place that allows you to do it for free, then you got to pay a lot of money, and you got to weigh all the options for that stuff. Robbie has been on the ball, and I couldn't be happier. Thank you very much, Robbie.
Absolutely, guys. I love this show, and I'm doing my very best to get it on iTunes, and I'm so close now. I just have to try re-uploading it because the few times I did it before it didn't work, but everything is there and ready to go. We just have to get it verified, so we're close.
That's awesome. Also, the new Twitter account, @LiveBTS, @LiveBTS. And Robbie's got control of that, so we're gonna get an inside look at what Robbie thinks is the most exciting stuff going on in gaming, and I'm actually really excited to see that.
I know. He told me there's a new Hello Kitty coming out next month.
That's awesome. Did you tweet that, man? Where's the Twitter? I don't see it. I don't see that happening.
I don't see it either, but I know it happens.
So I'm actually really excited. I feel like this is going to be the next step for the Beastly Thought Show. The Beastly Thought Show is growing. You know, thank everybody for your support. It's been a thrill ride. It's really fun for us to record every week, whether anybody watches or not. But when we see all the views that have been happening lately, it just makes it, I don't know, somehow more rewarding. So thank you for everybody for watching. Tune in and hit that like button.
I saw that, and I was blown away, and this is for me. You know, I totally agree with Briar and Robbie. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this and tuning in and liking the content and sticking with us for this long. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, guys.
So, unfortunately, there's been basically no news in video games this week, so we're going to kind of call it quits here. Just kind of end the show, you know.
Play some online chess. Online
See you
chess.
guys later.
I was thinking about playing a little Parcheesi. Getting down.
I'm gonna go outside.
Down with some Milton Bradley.
Play some tetherball outside.
Yeah, it's been beautiful outside. So, in all honesty, what have you guys been playing this week? I mean, I'm I'm really looking forward to hearing this because there's been some pretty fun stuff going on.
All right, I'll start this week. I've been playing my PlayStation Vita this week. During my lunch and my little free time, I've been playing Gravity Rush. I never had a chance to beat that, and I got to say I'm really enjoying it. Played some Unit 13, which is very reminiscent of the old SOCOM game.
Mm-hmm.
Back at home, I got about 4 more hours in on Ori and the Blind Forest on the Xbox One, and that's still it's probably the best side-scrolling adventure game I've seen in the last decade for sure. It's really up there. It's an awesome game. And what I've been playing on the PS4 is Dragon Age Inquisition. I just started that game, and I'm a few hours in with it, and I got some good and some bad to say about it. Now, my issues I've had with the game, Robbie didn't have, which kind of struck me, because I try to be as honest as I can. But I've seen some major frame rate issues in the game, and I'm thinking the game is natively 30, but I would guess it's dropped at some parts to 10 to 15 frames per second, and the characters move like Tetris blocks. I made a video and uploaded it and talked about this, and there have been some game-breaking errors and glitches in the game. My wife's playing. She was playing earlier today, and a chalice that she needed to pick up to complete the mission disappeared right before her eyes. So she ran around for 30 minutes trying to figure it out, and she had to basically go back to her last restart point. So, and the game is up to date as far as the patchwork. So I don't know what to do. I don't know, but the good about the game is really really amazing. I feel the same way that I felt playing Dragon Age Origins for the first time. They've kind of expanded on that. The characters all seem really, really engaging and fleshed out. The world seems open world, and to a degree it is, but there's smaller parchments of area that are miniature open worlds that you can explore that does give you that illusion of a true open world experience. I'm playing as a mage, and I'm really enjoying the movement of the characters. They kind of fight the way they did in Dragon Age 2 versus Dragon Age Origins. So it's kind of a marriage of the good from both games. And I think if I can get over the issues with the frame rate, and I'm hoping that this does, subside soon, this game is going to be an awesome game to play. And I'm only a few hours in, and I hear it's upwards of about 100 hours to play. So I'm looking forward to spending some time on that. Played a little bit of Evolve this week. I was looking at my PlayStation 4 catalog, and there's a lot of games that I have on there that I don't get a chance to play, and ones I spend a lot of money on that I don't get a chance to play. And Evolve was one of them, so I spent about an hour this week playing it, just getting in there and seeing what I really felt about it. The game does lack some core story modes and additional modes, but for the most part, it is a pretty fun game. And that's what I've been doing this week. Robbie, what about you?
Oh, thanks. So I've been playing the Metro Redux this week. I picked it up, I think, on Wednesday. I got it for $25. That's Metro 2033 and Last Light. Both those games have been kind of remastered and repackaged for Xbox One and PS4, and I really love those games a lot. I'd never played the Metro series before, and I'm absolutely having a blast with it. I really love those games a lot, and I really enjoyed it.
So, I'm trying to remember the one that came out for the PS3. That was Metro. Was it Last Light? No.
No, 2033. Last Light is the one that came out more recently.
Okay, so 2033 was the original, and you get both of those in one package?
Yes, for $25 because it's on sale right now.
Oh wow, is that on Xbox One and PS4, or is it just on?
I think it's only on Xbox One, actually. Yeah, it's still $50 on PS4 because it was one of those Xbox exclusive deals. So, yeah, either way, those games are awesome, and I'd really recommend it.
Now, I know Metro 2033. I actually have it on my modified PlayStation 3. It was one of the best-looking PS3 games I'd ever seen. It really looked phenomenal. Can you tell that there's a graphics fidelity upgrade on the Xbox One version, or does it look like a slightly cleaned up version of what we already played?
I think it looks absolutely beautiful. I know there's going to be a lot of controversy because it is 900p. It's not native 1080p, but honestly, it runs at 60 frames per second. It looks beautiful. That's all that matters. The gameplay is awesome. It's that post-apocalyptic shooter. You don't have much ammo. You're always struggling to survive and change the filters and stuff with your oxygen masks. So, yeah, I'm having a blast with it.
Okay.
I actually watched a bit of Let's Play on that. I was wondering if I was going to get it. I was on the fence. I watched a bit of Let's Play, and that game looks fantastic.
It's awesome. I really love those games. I was skeptical too, but I played them now, and I love them.
Speaking of 900p, did you guys hear the little story about Microsoft's Xbox YouTube channel uploading footage of The Witcher 3 playing at 1080p, 60 frames per second, and then everyone realizing that's the PC version, and Microsoft coming out and apologizing.
Yeah, makes it look real bad, doesn't it, too? Because that kind of says the Xbox One version is not up to par. We don't want to show it off, so here's the PC version instead. That's pretty bad for them.
That isn't good. That isn't good.
It's just being disingenuous to me, and I think that if you have a game, show what your consumers are going to get. Because if you show something that's visually going to, surpass what the consumer's going to get, they're going to notice it.
Yeah.
So, that was just
so guess what I've been playing?
Story. Destiny.
Yes, I've been playing Destiny.
Oh my God! No way.
Yes.
The House of Wolves is like right around the corner, right? And I've decided I want to kind of get all my characters like all set for the transition. For the Dark Below, I just decided. I said to myself, I'm just gonna let it happen naturally. I'm not gonna go out of my way to rank up faster once that new content comes out. But this time around, I'm getting all of my faction ranks like right up to like a sliver left to do. I'm doing basically I'm just going like a whole hog on every character to try and get him as ready for the new content as he can be, so that as soon as that new content's available, I can just go crazy buying stuff. And I'm really excited for it. We're going to talk later. We've got a lot to talk about today. A lot of news has come out. We're going to talk later about the House of Wolves, but we've got some other stuff to talk about first. So why don't we get to the news right away? Robbie, what's the big story of the day?
Definitely, this just broke today. Well, there have been leaks the last couple days, but the official Black Ops 3 World Reveal trailer came out today. It showed some campaign footage, a lot of campaign footage. It even showed some multiplayer gameplay, believe it or not, and a little bit of a zombies teaser at the end of it, too. There is so much to unpack here, so we should just dive right into it. Where should we start?
It is unheard of to see multiplayer this early in the game. Usually when we get this early trailer for Call of Duty, it's all about single player. You don't hear about zombies or whatever that third game mode is. You don't hear about multiplayer at all. You just basically get a teaser for the story mode. So to get so much information in one trailer is actually, I think, a little bit telling.
It's so exciting. It really is. And the fact that there's going to be a beta too, that's awesome. They've needed this for years, and it can get people to play test it and say, what's wrong with our game? What do we need to fix? What needs to be polished? And people can give them feedback and say, hey, here's what we feel about this beta and what you can improve on and what you did great. So
you're pretty high on the beta then. I was wondering what you were going to say about it, because the beta is tied to a pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pre-order the game to get into the beta, and I know how you feel about pre-orders. You going to do it, Robbie? You going to pre-order this one to get into the Black Ops 3 beta?
I will when it gets closer to launch, but pre-ordering a game I've barely seen any of is crazy. I have to wait and see more of this game before I pre-order. So
let me ask you guys.
Buy it anyway, right? I mean, you know that you're going to buy Black Ops 3.
We all have to buy it, okay? That's an unspoken rule. We're all going to get
Activision's pointing a gun at our head saying you have to buy it. Buy the damn game.
The camera's right side of camera view, guy. I mean, the gun is right outside of you guys' view. You can't see it. There's two on my head. I know Briar's got about 3 or 4. Let me ask you guys a question. I want you guys who are watching to comment and let us know, too. If you could sum up your thoughts after watching that trailer in one word, what would it be? Because I think I'm crazy here. Maybe I'm not.
Shit.
Okay.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Robbie? One word.
I'd say awesome. I'm pretty excited about it.
I don't know if it's my age or what, but my word is underwhelmed. I really was underwhelmed watching the trailer. I felt like I was watching DLC for Advanced Warfare. That's kind of how I felt looking at it. Nothing about it screamed new engine to me. It looked graphically very similar to what we've seen, the same pace, and it just did not say enough to me in this trailer to warrant any real desire to go, damn, Call of Duty's back, or Black Ops is back. And I don't know just how much of the engine from Advanced Warfare or the similarities tie in, but it seemed really similar to me. I know that the characters are not wearing exosuits, but it's like a bio arm, or there's kind of like machine parts.
They're like modified people. Yeah, like
a hand can turn into a gun, these type of things. And I don't know if that's what I want in a Black Ops game. I'm starting to feel like I want things to kind of go back now. To the way,
This is Call of Duty Ghosts now, aren't you, a little bit, everybody?
I played it. I played it this week. Look, Kate and I played it this week. Ghosts, to be honest, I feel like I'm starting to want the old back because it's just going too far away from it for me. And, of course, I haven't seen enough of this game to warrant any real opinion on it. But just my initial thoughts watching that trailer, and I watched it with Kate today when it first came out, and I was like, I guess they got to show me something that'll get me excited because at this point, I just did not feel it, you know. And I hope that changes because I want Call of Duty back. And, you know, Treyarch, they're the best at it. And hopefully they can bring the old school Call of Duty players something that's reminiscent of what made us enjoy Call of Duty in the first place, and at the same time revolutionize it enough to make us not feel like it's something totally new, you know, like Advanced Warfare did. I just wanted to chime in. You guys can continue. I knew that.
I kind of feel the same way, Beastly. It's like, this isn't the Call of Duty that I want. I can tell you that right off the bat. It's just like Advanced Warfare is not the Call of Duty I want. I think that my biggest problem with Advanced Warfare was not actually the fact that there was exo movement in it, to be honest with you. I thought that the way they implemented that and the way it controls is actually genius, and it's
Absolutely.
really fun. The problem is the maps suck. Like, they're really bad. And they don't take into account how fast players move around them. And you know, it's not the kind of game I want to play. It doesn't feel like there's enough strategy to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just so Twitch based. And when I see when I see how Black Ops 3 is kind of progressing, I kind of am feeling the same way I felt when I saw how Advanced Warfare. This is not Call of Duty to me. This is it's a game that says Call of Duty on the title, but it's not a Call of Duty game to me. It's not me, tactically moving around the map at a rapid pace. Yes, but like actually using that kind of stuff. Obviously, we haven't played it yet, but it's not. I'll play it. I'll buy it. I guarantee I'll buy it because I'm a Call of Duty fan, and I'll play it. I just will. But I don't have high hopes for it. I'm not going to get all excited about this one.
I think the main thing we need to discuss is the movement. I think there's been a lot of controversy around, is the exosuit game going to be back in Black Ops 3? And from what I've heard, it's not the exosuit. There is a new kind of movement. It's a thrust jump. So it's not a double jump. What it allows you to do is, instead of the idea of, in Advanced Warfare, how you like zip around the map, like you double jump and boost in the air, like you go around really fast. This is more slow and controlled. Like, it's more ground-based from what I know. So it's more about like boosting to the left or boosting to the right, and it's not the exosuit. Like, from what I know, people will say it's more traditional. It feels more like what Call of Duty was before Advanced Warfare, but you can kind of quickly move out of the way. Like, it's not a double jump. It's different.
If that's how it is, that'd be better to me, right?
Yeah.
Like if it's more of a Call of Duty with more Call of Duty kind of designed maps, that's a good thing. And if they just give us like kind of more new innovative ways to move around, that's fine. But they gotta design the maps for it, and it can't. I don't want to lose the gun battle essence of Call of Duty. Trying to flank my opponents and getting into like one-on-one or one-on-two gunfights, doing all the moves that are at my disposal to try and go on these long kill streaks. All of that stuff used to be really fun, but I feel like they've just started to get away from it, and they're gonna have to pull me back in. I mean, I'm buying the game. I'm buying the game. I already know I'm buying the game because I'm a Call of Duty fan. I have been for a very long time. At this point, I have to see what it is on day one, and I don't trust anybody who gets early access to the game because, frankly, they're going to tell me it's awesome no matter what it plays like.
But here's the awesome part, that there's a beta. You can play it before it comes out, and if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. You can just cancel the pre-order, and that's it.
I think it's a good thing, too, that there's a beta, because hopefully that they can kind of balance the weapons and the perks and the kill streaks based off of some of the data they get from the beta before the game is actually released. Now,
I got a question for you, Briar. Do you think that they're going to borrow kind of the same netcode that they use with Ghost in this one?
No.
Or do you think
they're going to use their Treyarch netcode, which is shitty. And
probably.
What's worse about it is the faster the players move around the environment, the worse that netcode feels.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been an issue with Treyarch games. Even Black Ops 1 was kind of shady. Black Ops 2 was really bad because the player movement speed got bumped up. And then, if they bump it up further and they still have that shitty netcode, guess what? It's going to feel shitty.
Definitely.
The one thing that I'm kind of a little bit more optimistic about is, I mentioned it 2 weeks ago on the show, that I did not want to see the exo movement at all. If anything, I wanted to see maybe a thrust or a boost to your movement, periodically that you're able to activate. And it looks like that's the direction they're going. If that's the case, and you're, like Robbie said, more ground-based, I think it'll work out for more traditional Call of Duty players. I just feel like I have fun playing Advanced Warfare. I'm not hating on the game. I have fun playing it, but it doesn't feel like Briar said, it does not feel like Call of Duty to me. After you play a game like Ghosts, Modern Warfare 2, if you play Black Ops 2 and then you go to Advanced Warfare, yeah, you got guns. That's the similarity, and it ends there. It feels so different. And I feel like if you can keep the player on the ground and you strategize on a similar playing field to the older Call of Duties, then I think that's more accessible to hardened old school Call of Duty players. And
Advanced Warfare's biggest problem for me was the map design. They did not design those maps very well. There's just too many maps where you just had these huge open areas with 10 different ways to get into them. People zipping in, zipping out. If you're on the B flag and you're trying to protect that B flag, and there's 10 different ways that people can get into the area that's bigger than the size of a football field. It's not there. It feels like there's very little strategy to that. It feels like it's basically just Twitch. And I understand that Call of Duty has always been an arcadey shooter, but there's always been an element of strategy to it that I've always really clung to, and that's what I loved about Call of Duty Ghost. Is I felt like that strategy was back after Black Ops 2 kind of took it more into a Twitch-based shooter than I think previous installments had. And in Call of Duty Ghosts, it kind of returned. It got to be a slower game, yes. The netcode was a lot better, and I felt like there was a bit more strategy to it. I know I have a very unpopular opinion on Call of Duty Ghosts.
You got that right.
Yeah.
But, it's just when they increase player speed, they run into a real problem with the netcode, especially Treyarch's netcode. And, if they increase it again and don't do something about that netcode, that's not cool.
And see, I guess I'll end on this with Advanced Warfare. My issue with Advanced Warfare is twofold, but I can pick either one. I said before that the level design really did not suit the momentum and the movement. And so you can pick either one. It's I'll just pick the movement, or you could pick the level layout, because if they did fix the levels, the game would work right. Or if they slow down the movement, the game would work right. Or it's kind of twofold there.
If I could redesign Advanced Warfare, I would keep all the movement in, but I'd make more traditional Call of Duty maps, and I would put a cooldown timer on the boost jumping, so that you still had it, but you'd have to you had to use it sparingly or in key moments.
Oh yeah.
So you couldn't just boost jump all the way around the map. Instead, you saw a sniper up in a window, instead of coming up the stairs, which he has a claymore or some kind of a device protecting, you could just jump in through that window, use your boost jump to get in through that window. I thought that was a marvelous idea when I first started thinking about it, but that's not how that game plays out at all. Basically, you got a bunch of rooftops and a bunch of football fields under them, and it's just chaos.
Okay, and one last question: will you guys be happy to see things return like claymores if they do bring them back?
No.
No, you gonna keep them out of the game?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm thinking that the main thing to take away with this game is that I'm excited that the movement, they're introducing another new movement system, but it's not stupidly fast and just hard to control like Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare, it feels amazing, but everything around it needed to be designed better. Whereas Black Ops 3, it sounds like, from what I've heard, you sprint forward and then you use the thrusters to sprint faster. That's how it works. Basically, your ground movement is accelerated, and when you jump, you don't double jump. You jump once and you hover up. And then you go up where you're going. It's not a double jump, you just hover, and you keep going up. So that's how it works.
You know, if they nail the controls, if they just pull the controls out of Advanced Warfare and just make some small modifications to like what's available when, and actually design some really good levels, which we saw some really cool levels in Black Ops 2. I mean, there were some really good maps in there. They could nail it, you know? They could nail it. But, I mean, I play Call of Duty for the multiplayer. The single-player reveal rarely holds much interest for me. You know, I still haven't played the current Call of Duty's single-player. I never played Ghost single-player.
Me neither. What do you guys think about the wall running aspect of the game that's
right.
straight out of Titanfall? What do you guys think about that? You think it'll be beneficial, or think they're grasping at everything out there to, you know, be the 50-trick pony? What do you guys think?
It really just depends how they execute it. I think it's a good idea with this accelerated thrust movement, like ground-based. I think wall running makes a lot of sense for that game, as long as it's not like you jump like higher in the air, like you get more momentum and they make it more vertical. That's not what I want. I don't want vertical. I just want it fast-paced twitch shooter. I want a more traditional Call of Duty, and that's what's so exciting about this. It's a traditional Call of Duty, but they've added more to it. Like, they're just refining it. They have added more speed that uses these mechanical implants. Like, people are literally robots in this game. You literally have people that have like robotic parts fused to their arms and stuff like that, and thrusters built into their body that make them go faster. Like, these are like machines. People become machines in this futuristic world, and in multiplayer, it could be really cool.
Graphically, it looks pretty cool too. Like,
definitely,
it looks great. They're saying PS4, Xbox One. We haven't heard any mention of 360 and PS3 yet, right?
It's current gen only. Yeah. What do you guys think about that?
I like that. I mean, this is the trend I want to start seeing moving forward. I know there's a lot of people still on the PS3 and 360 who are going to be upset that they can't play in the newest Call of Duty, but I would like to see games start moving on to the next generation of hardware so that we can start seeing better graphics, more complicated play mechanics, larger levels, more intricate levels, better AI. All of these things will come when they can design a game based on the more powerful hardware. They don't have to be backward compatible with the old stuff.
I totally 100% agree with everything he said. I think it's good for developers to start moving toward the future so we can see what our hardware is capable of, you know. And it does suck for people who don't have, you know, the current gen stuff, but time heals all wounds. You'll have it one day, you know.
Yeah, I bet it won't be long until we start seeing price cuts on these consoles too.
Definitely.
This is going to also drive sales. You know, people are going to have more reason to get the new consoles if there's a game they really want on it. You know, start nagging your mom now for Christmas. Tell her, tell your dad, tell your cousin, I need this for Christmas. Call of Duty is going to be on, you know, PS4 or Xbox One only, and I'm going to need it. So get yours.
Definitely.
Anything else Black Ops 3 we want to talk about?
Just you guys in general, are you guys, because I remember at first you guys were saying how skeptical you were, like you thought this could be Exosuit. Do you feel kind of better now that I've explained? Because I've kind of was watching a lot of videos about YouTubers who got to play the game, because they got to play the multiplayer, and they said how it's more, like it's not ridiculously fast-paced like Advanced Warfare. Like they have that ground movement, and they just have improved it and made it faster. How do you guys feel about that?
I'm
Is that
actually
the right direction?
Yeah, I think it is for sure. I'm a traditional Call of Duty player. I like Black Ops. I like Modern Warfare 2, and Advanced. I like Ghosts actually. You know, I like that more than I actually let on. And going back to that after Advanced Warfare just felt fresh, like you could breathe again, like you could actually, you know, get the jump on someone through your mind versus their mind, like Briar said. It never works that way in Advanced Warfare, and so I'm really happy to see it going back to more traditional player style.
Absolutely.
If there are multiple ways you can successfully play this game, then I will be happy with it. Like if you know, camping is a legit strategy. I know people can't stand campers, right?
Bitches.
But there's got to be multiple ways to play this game, you know, strategically. So I want to see rushing be a legit strategy. I want to see camping be a legit strategy. I want to see, you know, strategic movement. You know, not just like blindly rushing in and blowing everything away. That was the best way to play Black Ops 2, right? is using the netcode to your advantage was the best way to play Black Ops 2, because you would be in that room. If you were running at full sprint, you'd be in that room and firing on somebody before they even saw you come up into their screen. So what I would like to see is multiple play styles be legit strategies. If they can make a Call of Duty game like that again, I think they would have a hit on their hands.
Okay, and to end the Black Ops 3, I think this will end the conversation. What are you guys' thoughts on this possible up to 4-player online?
That's great.
campaign?
That's great.
That's
Multiplayer
awesome. I love it too.
Now that alone would make me actually play through a Call of Duty campaign.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like you, Briar. When I get Call of Duty, I go straight to the multiplayer. You see the pop-up saying, "Hey, you need to play the fucking campaign," and you just go, "Nope." You go straight to the multiplayer.
Suck it, Activision. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, and I think that having this, and this is rumored, I don't know if it's actually true, but up to 4 players online can play through the campaign together. I think that's incredible, and that'll make people want to experience the campaign and potentially go back and check out some of the other stories if they like this one or not. So I think that's really exciting, and I know we're going to play that together.
Yeah, I actually can't wait. I'm pretty excited about this game. I'm feeling more calmed down now, like when I heard how the movement works, like hearing how it's just kind of improving upon how the traditional movement was, like making it faster, having like futuristic advancements to this movement. I'm a lot happier now. Like when I first saw it, I was like, exosuits, I don't know how I feel about this, but now I'm definitely a lot more calmed down and more excited. So, and zombies are back. Like, who doesn't love that?
Yeah. Well, I think they really didn't have a choice. I don't think that after Advanced Warfare, they're probably scared to go back to traditional character designs, you know?
Yeah.
Because some people probably wanted, more of the exosuit type of gameplay, so they probably just toned it down enough. Good stuff.
And this is like right in the middle of that. It's not like the original movement it was. It's not traditional, but it's not like crazy jumping around, boosting everywhere like Advanced Warfare. It's like right in the middle of it, and I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
We'll know when we play it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So moving on to
Destiny.
Okay, we're moving to Destiny, guys.
Fine, Destiny, whatever. Let's just talk about Destiny. Get it out of the way.
All right, so we got the reveal of the Reef, the new social area from Bungie this week. Did you guys get to check any of that out?
I was watching the Twitch stream. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
For people who haven't seen it, and for Beastly, I don't think you've seen it, I'm going to briefly explain what we got to see. We got to see a new social area called the Reef, the Vestrian Outpost. It's basically like the tower, but with different vendors, and it'll be like kind of the starting point for your House of Wolves adventure. We also got to meet some of those vendors. They look pretty cool. We got to see the Queen's Emissary, who we saw early on in Destiny with the original Queen's Wrath PvE content. We got to see, I can't remember his name, but basically a Fallen that you talk to and get quests from. We got to see Trials of Osiris. Well, we got to see the kind of your bond to Trials of Osiris, your link to Trials of Osiris, the character there. A lot of people are excited for that Trials of Osiris. We also got to see that there's going to be a brand new way of upgrading weapons. They're going to get rid of those little attack bubbles. So now when you upgrade your weapons, you're just going to be upgrading like the legit things that the weapons do, like the perks, which is great. You're also going to be able to upgrade your old weapons that you got in like Vault of Glass or bought from vendors to the new high damage rating 365. So if you've got like a Fatebringer or some of those better weapons from the Vault of Glass, boom, they're now relevant again. They're going to be relevant moving forward. We really got a ton of information. They also told us that you'll be able to upgrade your older armor, your older Vault of Glass armor, to make it light level 34. So now every Guardian is going to look different because there's going to be multiple ways, multiple paths to get to light level 34. We also got a little tiny piece of leaked information that there may be a raid-like piece of content not including House of Wolves. Or not including Prison of Elders.
That's been teased. I remember hearing that too, because they were talking about it separately from Prison of Elders, some raid-like activity. What is that?
Yeah, what is that? We don't know what that is, but it's very exciting. It's very fun to think about. So, I'm really getting excited. I actually wanted to talk to you guys offline about kind of starting to get back into Destiny 3 vs. 3. So we can play a little Trials of Osiris together, because Trials of Osiris, I think, is going to be really cool. Basically, the way that's going to work is you're going to play a regular Crucible, regular multiplayer, and you're going to earn coins that are like basically entry tokens to get into this event, right?
Yep.
Once you're in this event, you have to win to earn like the rewards, right? And the rewards are basically going to be like raid armor and raid weapons that look fucking badass. Like they are crazy cool looking. Like they make you look like an Egyptian god. Like they're that cool. But you're only the most elite PvP players are going to be able to get this stuff because it's all based on winning inside the Crucible. I think it'd be really fun to get the Beastly Thoughts crew into the Trials of Osiris once that's out.
All right, I'm in.
I'm really looking forward to it too, but there's a big problem. The Witcher 3 is coming out the same damn time.
Oh, yeah, Brian, you might be in trouble there, brother.
I'm not going to see you guys for like 4 weeks.
That's true. We're going to be gone. We're just going to be like, nope, just leave us.
Mm-hmm.
That's a game, oh, man, it sounds so good, Brian, but it's like, you know, you hear that one voice here saying, oh, this would be nice to get the Beastly Thoughts together, and the other one saying, The Witcher 3, bitch.
Yeah.
Witcher 3, yeah, that wants to take over your life.
Right.
You know you want it to.
It looks so good. I don't know, man. It's going to be hard.
I'm so excited
We'll
for
find time, Brian.
Yeah,
You know,
but I'm really excited. Like, I was kind of pissed off that there wasn't going to be a new raid last week. I made a couple of videos that I said that in the Planet Destiny podcast. I said that on this podcast. You know, all around, I was like, you know, I'm happy that we're going to get some new content in Destiny. I'm really bummed out that it's not going to be a raid. But now I keep hearing about all this cool new shit, and I'm really getting pumped for it. I mean, some of the stuff that they're showing off is really cool.
Yeah.
And it is possible to play 2 games at once.
Now, with this new tower type location, did they integrate anything for the social aspect of the game? Now, I heard about this new ball. Get the hell out of here. It's going to be in a new location. Do they have anything that people can do to socialize? I think that would really
well, they implemented chat into the tower, so you can just turn on chat and like start talking with people in the tower now.
That's cool. Yeah. That is really cool. That's going to be implemented, or is that already done?
That's been implemented.
So you can go to the tower, turn on your chat, and you start talking to everybody in the tower?
I think so, yeah. I think that's the way it works.
Oh, wow, that's beastie. I like that.
So, you know, you can do stuff like that. You can also, you know, send messages to people in the tower. For the most part, though, people go to the tower to do specific tasks and they get the hell out of there. My raid group, when I get together with a raid group, we generally meet at the tower so everybody can start messing with their inventories and stuff at the vault. But, you know, the logistics of how things work at this point, I have to pretty much make a private party. You know, that's just how that works now.
They need to go the Mass Effect route and build a strip club, like Club Afterlife.
I don't know.
That's what they need to do. And you go in there and you see all these nice looking strippers, and you sit down and talk and go play some pool, play some tetherball.
Oh, you can play soccer?
Yeah, you play soccer in the bar. But sounds good. We'll definitely make time when House of Wolves comes for us all to get together and do that. Spend a few hours at least honing our skills in the new DLC for sure.
Also, Beastly, apparently I was in a party this week, and somebody entered that party, called everybody in the party idiots for playing Destiny.
Oh my god.
Told them to go play Last of Us, and then jetted. I can't imagine who this person might have been.
I don't know. I don't know, Briar. Who is it?
It was me. Yeah, I looked and I saw Briar in the party. I was like, wow, all these guys are playing Destiny. And I went there and said, listen, guys, I know that no one's perfect. And God does love you. Don't play The Last of Us. And then I left.
So
that's awesome.
I think I was in the bathroom or something, and I come back, and everybody's like, who the hell was that guy? And they're like, I'm like, what happened? They're like, somebody just came in and told everybody in the party that this game sucks and go play Last of Us. I'm like, what was his name? And they're like, Beats the Gamer. I'm like, oh!
I know that
There
guy.
you go. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, you know, I'm like Santa Claus. I'm spreading joy. Joy to the world.
I don't know about what you call joy, but all right.
All right, so we're going to get to the news, guys. Some other news other than Destiny and Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Oh, one more thing about Destiny.
Oh,
I just got reminded by this by Zinsurge in the comments. not only are we going to get like guns upgraded, but we're also going to get weapon skins, or at least some sort of weapon customization. We saw a leaked image, or well, it was an official image, but it looked like it had the Fang of Ryut, but it was orange, which I thought was pretty cool. So you'll be able to like not only customize your armor with shaders, but you'll probably be able to customize your weapons with shaders as well.
Sick.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, now we can move on.
Destiny's going to be really awesome in a couple of years.
Done. We're done here, okay?
It's
That is our Destiny news update for the week of...
All right, so new releases. Robbie's got this here, and this is a game I never played, but it's one that I always wanted to play. But being, coming from my background, being such a PlayStation guy and living in the PlayStation ecosystem, I never got a chance to play State of Decay. But the Year One Survival Edition is coming to the Xbox One, correct?
Yes.
And why don't you tell us or elaborate on this a little bit, Robbie? Have you played this game, and what does it all entail?
No, it's basically... I haven't played it. It's basically a zombie survival game. I honestly don't know much about it either. I just put it because it's a new release. So.
All right, so and next in Robbie's news, Hello Kitty Survival Edition. No, I'm just kidding. No, this is a game I actually really wanted to play. I'm big into the zombie universe, kind of like BriarRabbit, and I like zombie games that don't... I like the ones that take themselves a little bit more serious. I'm not into the ones where you turn a lawnmower into a samurai sword and, shove a fucking big dildo. Yeah, I'm not into that. I like the ones.
You like the type of zombie games that have bitch bombs in them.
Yes, absolutely.
That's the more realistic games for you.
This State of Decay is kind of like that, kind of like an H1Z1 type of experience, and that's probably a game I'll pick up. Now, I know the original for the Xbox 360 got rave reviews. People really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to it. What's the release date? Robbie, do you know? Offhand?
Tuesday, I think. Yeah, that's 2 more days. So there you go. Look out for that.
Definitely. Now, this is very, very depressing, distraught news. It appears that Silent Hills is canceled, according to Guillermo del Toro, along with
Nailed it.
Yes. Along with PT. If you guys have played the playable teaser that was released, was it Gamescom when they released the PT playable
Gamescom.
teaser? That it was a Silent Hills, basically a demo. They're removing that Wednesday. So if you have a PS4 and you don't have that game installed, you need to go ahead and install it now, because it may be some type of digital collectible, because it won't be available after Wednesday. And apparently Del Toro tweeted out that this game was being canceled, and a lot of people are speculating that it's being canceled because Hideo Kojima is parting ways with Konami after this next Metal Gear game, and he was actually...
I think he's gone, actually.
No, he's leaving after.
He is?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so after this game comes out, then he'll be parting ways. They actually took his name off the credits of the box and off the credits for the Silent Hills game, the posters and whatnot. And on the website, it says that the demo for this will no longer be available after Wednesday. So I don't know what's going on. I hope that they find a way to make this thing happen. I know Hideo has been screaming about leaving Konami for a long time. Who knows if Guillermo del Toro has someone else to collaborate with on this, or if he even wants to do it now that Hideo is gone. Maybe his vision of the game has died with him departing Konami. I'm a big Silent Hill fan. I think Silent Hill 2 is probably the best, and then followed by 3. And I look forward to seeing what that franchise brings to the table. And it's really unfortunate that this news is actually happening, because that demo was one of the scariest demos I've ever played. It really is scary. You feel like you're in a real place. It looks photorealistic, and shit happens in that game that really makes you just poop your pants.
It's incredible.
They were talking about a special edition of it. Guillermo del Toro said that they're actually going to ship it with another set of clean pants. So that was going to be the collector's edition. It was going to come with an extra pair of pants. Believe it or not. Totally
so
true.
Excited for that. No, what's going on? No.
Yep. So keep your fingers crossed, guys. Do 4 crosses. We'll just hope that this thing comes to fruition.
I'm going to try and do 6. It's not working very well. Okay, never mind. Move on.
Live long and prosper. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully that does come to fruition at some point. Now, the next bit of news. Square Enix will hold its own press conference at E3. This is exciting fucking news because there's one game in particular that I'm super excited about. But if they hold their own press conference, it means Square has a lot to show.
Final Fantasy 38 confirmed.
38X.
38X, right. The remake of 38.
39 and then 39X and then 39 versus X and then 39 versus 15, something.
The two games I know they're going to talk about are, of course, this new Tomb Raider and the Final Fantasy not Dissidia, but Dissidia, which is the arcade game that's out in Japan that actually has pivotal characters from the Final Fantasy series all the way back to the beginning, and it looks phenomenal. And it's actually built on PlayStation 4 hardware. And I actually covered the story a few weeks back. The arcade game is going to be exclusive to arcades for a year, and then it's going to be a PlayStation 4 exclusive. And Team Ninja is actually the team that developed this game with Square Enix, and you guys know who they are. They made the Dead or Alive games and Ninja Gaiden, and on their website it even says a PS4 exclusive. So I'm really amped for that. I love Final Fantasy, and the way the fighting game looks is phenomenal. And I want to see what Square does. If they're going to take up their own booth, they got to have a lot of shit to show. So it's going to be a good time for Square.
This E3 is going to be insane. I mean, you got Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, Bethesda, and Square. That's a lot. That's a lot of conferences.
I would give half of my left testicle, half of it, if they made like a Final Fantasy VII real legitimate remake. People just don't understand that would be the best game of all time.
Is that really worth it for you? Are you kidding me? You just willingly give away half a testicle for that?
For a game you've already played.
Are you kidding? For a remake of a game you've already played?
Sure would.
That's not worth it.
At least I could say I still got 2 balls. Nobody would know.
1.5, really, though. You'd be lying.
Said, this one's smaller than that
Every
one.
time you said I have 2 balls, you'd be in your head. Yeah, a little piece of you would die because you know.
A little piece of you missing, yeah.
You'd be like, oh, I'm missing that half.
Actually, it'd be about a half a testicle would die.
Oh my God.
That's specifically the little piece that would die.
Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to what do you think, Brian? With Square Enix having their own.
I can't remember the last game that I got excited for from Square Enix.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider, the new one. They made that.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was it.
That'd be the last one. So the next one I'm excited about is Tomb Raider 2.
And that's it.
Keeping it simple. I like that, baby.
Yeah, I'm not a Final Fantasy guy. I don't really enjoy those games.
Yeah, nobody's perfect, Brian. All right, so continuing on, Phil Spencer teases first-party announcements and more at E3. This is pretty exciting, but we don't know what to be excited about, I guess. Microsoft, to me, has never been a company that's held its own when it comes to first-party games or characters. When you think of companies that actually do, Sony can. They made games like PlayStation Battle All-Stars, Battle Royale. Nintendo, of course, has games like Smash Brothers. And they have real pivotal characters that have long-standing histories, and Microsoft really doesn't. And if you think they do, ask yourself who would be in a Microsoft type of Smash Brothers game. Blinks the Cat, Master Chief.
Marcus Phoenix.
Gears of War, yeah.
Yeah, and that would be it. So I'm really happy to see them actually reaching out and trying to build, I guess, a foundation of new characters with engaging stories and hopefully engaging gameplay for the Xbox fans out there to have.
Yeah, I guess they really want to make it more about first-party games this year as opposed to showing off third-party titles, which makes sense because so many third-party games are multi-platform anyway.
Mm-hmm. And if a person like, we all have all the consoles,
yeah.
and if a multi-plat comes out, we're usually going to get the one that performs the best. And so if Microsoft,
I don't even go for which one performs the best so much as which one has the friends list on it that I want to play with.
Oh yeah, now that's PlayStation for you. So all right.
It really has become PlayStation. That was a rapid shift because all my friends were on 360.
Yeah, it's all day. So I think it's really good. First-party exclusives that'll make people come over, and that's really where they're going to make their money. To be quite honest.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the reason to buy a console, right? If you see Call of Duty comes out on both consoles, there's no reason to pick one over the other. Maybe, Microsoft gets the DLC a month earlier, but is that really going to make a decision for you? Unless you're like a Call of Duty YouTuber, probably not. You know, like Tomb Raider being a timed exclusive, I don't think that's a big enough reason to make Microsoft your go-to choice. It's really got to be about the exclusives and the first-party titles.
Yeah.
And Microsoft just has a lack of first-party. They have had a lack of first-party for
a long
number of
time.
years now. You know, they were big on it with the original Xbox and at the beginning of the 360's lifespan. They were big on original titles, like first-party stuff. But through the years, they just either dismantled their first-party studios or they just kind of left, Bungie style.
Mm-hmm.
And now they just don't have much compelling stuff coming out. Gears of War, okay, but Halo's not developed by Bungie anymore, so there's a lot less excitement about that than there used to be. This is definitely something they need to do, and I think they have new management over on the Xbox side, and there has been serious signs of improvement in just their messaging. What seems to be on their minds just seems to be more in line with what gamers want, and I think that's it's encouraging as a gamer to see that Microsoft's kind of taking a new tack. When's the last time you saw them talk about the Xbox One's media? Like all the media capabilities, yeah,
TV, more
or their
TV.
Kinect,
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah, they never even remember. They took the Kinect out of the box with the Xbox One, and they said at one point that they were going to just sell it as like a peripheral if you wanted to. They never started selling it as a peripheral. The Kinect is essentially a dead thing,
It's no longer available to purchase for PC either.
It's definitely dead. Yeah, it's just dead in the water. They knew it, and they're like, we're just going to discontinue it. And forget about it.
I think it was a wise decision, right? It's like it was not popular with gamers. I don't see anybody developing for it, and it'd be stupid to, frankly, now.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, Microsoft they show real signs of improvement with their new management, and I think that's really good news.
It's impressive how fast they've shifted too. Like they've come over their mistakes so quickly and improved. I think it's really impressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
The key to success is right there in front of Microsoft and Sony, and it's being perfectly executed by Marvel and Disney right now. If Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo were to create franchises that all exist in the same world, but each game is engaging, right? Kind of like how Iron Man's its own movie, the Hulk is its own movie, Thor's its own movie, and then they come together and make the Avengers, and all the movies were engaging and exciting, and so everybody comes to the party for the Avengers. If they were able to,
were they really?
Hell yeah,
engaging and exciting.
Well,
Thor 2, that was your
Thor
2.
You know what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh.
Iron Man 3, engaging and exciting.
Oh my god. Yeah, no.
Come on, we need
totally derail your conversation.
Totally did, goddammit.
All right.
But I think that if Microsoft were able to formulate a strategy to create great first-party games that were engaging and exciting, and somehow mesh that universe together and mash up those characters in their own game, I think it would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right there. Look what they've done with the Avengers, and now you see DC doing the same thing. With Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice, Justice League is coming.
Well, they're trying to do the same thing. We'll see if they actually succeed.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you optimistic about that, Brian?
No. Are you?
I don't know, man. It's really a hard question. Of course, for me, the most exciting movie that's been announced is Star Wars, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on the fence about the Avengers versus Batman and Superman. I think the Avengers will probably be a better movie.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't judge it at this point. I think the first Superman movie was mediocre at best, but I think that Ben Affleck has a lot to prove. In his role as Batman. A lot of people have been hating on him for the Daredevil and his previous acting chops, and the trailer does look like it might be pretty good, so I'm actually pretty excited about it. But I don't think anything will compare with Star Wars and then maybe Jurassic Park. Who knows? Those are going to be some damn good movies.
I've got pretty much a year-long erection about the new Star Wars movie.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's excited.
Why do you think I got this pillow right here?
Yeah, pillow on your lap all year long.
Yeah, that's Star Wars gonna be. Oh man, that's gonna be the movie.
It's gonna be a year for very loose pants.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And okay, guys,
Jesus.
Let me get this damn
gaming
pillow out of
podcast,
here.
right? Yeah.
I get this pillow. Well, I'm gonna keep the pillow. Okay, so the final little bit of news we got this week is another fantastic remaster that's coming out, and I'm sure there are a lot of people who would like to see it. Gears of War HD remaster is going to be coming to the Xbox One. Now, this is a rumor, but I would stake my life on it actually being true. What do you guys think about this? Gears of War? Yay, nay?
I like Gears of War a lot, and it's definitely going to happen. I never really got to play through the games on 360 since I didn't own a 360. Like, I played with friends and stuff like that, but I never really engaged in the storyline and stuff like that. So I'd be happy to see a HD collection.
The good thing is this: if they do release an HD collection, they're gearing up for Nice. They're gearing up for something else, and that new thing will be the next Gears of War game. I'm sure that if this remaster is coming, it probably won't include Judgment, because that was the Gears of War that was frowned upon the most. So they probably release the first Gears of War games and remaster them, add all the DLC, and then later, maybe a month or two after this is released, reveal the next Gears of War game that's being created.
Definitely. All right, BriarRabbit, you got some crazy questions to ask.
I do. I got some really dumb questions for you. I think you're gonna like it. I'm just pulling up my little notes here. All right, who wants to go first?
Robbie can go first.
All right, Robbie.
I guess I'm the bait then. All right, let's just do it.
So, Robbie, your role on the Beastly Thoughts show has really evolved. Frankly, you've become like our news source for the Beastly Thoughts. If you don't know, for viewers, if you don't know, when we are talking about the news stories of the week, it's Robbie who goes out and kind of makes that list. He is the driving force between news on the Beastly Thoughts show live. So, my question to Robbie is, in the future, you're kind of coming to an age where you got to start making these decisions. What kind of area would you rather go into? Would you rather be a games journalist, or would you rather go into game development?
Ooh.
That's a tough one. I feel like both would kind of have their pros and cons. Like development, obviously, you get to make your own game, you get to play test it, and kind of get to play a game all day, I guess, and keep creating it, which would be really cool. And especially having these fresh ideas, put it into a game would be amazing. And then journalism, yeah, journalism isn't bad, but whatever. I think if I could, maybe a developer, I'd say, just because, just assuming I had the skills to do it and everything, I'd love to have a creative idea for a brand new game and put it to the test and make something amazing.
Cool. That's awesome. All right, so Desert Island pick, right? This is a pick. You only get one of these things. You're stuck on a desert island. You have to choose between A or B, and you get this thing for the entire rest of your life on your desert island, right? You either get A PS4 with every game that is currently available.
Okay.
And an active internet connection, which is not going to get you saved, but at least you can play with other people.
There you go.
Okay? Or you could have a Nintendo Entertainment System with every game that was ever created for that.
So which one would I choose?
Yeah.
I hate to say it, I'm not nostalgic about the old Nintendo systems. I gotta be honest, if I were older probably and I grew up playing that console, I'd probably choose NES, but just because I've barely even played an NES before and I've barely played those games, probably just PS4, because there's more games coming out and there's new games that haven't even come out yet, and I can play online with people.
But you're not going to get them. You're limited to games that are available now. You get
seriously?
Currently available.
Oh.
But that's it. So the real problem here, right, is you either get modern games, but a very limited selection of them, or a huge selection of very old games.
How many Nintendo games were made?
I don't know. There's thousands of them.
I think I'd go PS4. Just the fact I get to play online and talk and communicate with people, it would be worth it.
And you get Destiny,
there had to be
right?
so much replayability, and playing a game would be so fun.
Yeah,
so.
Destiny. Destiny's on PS4, so it's no brainer, right?
Destiny, I guess, as it is. All right,
I got another one.
Okay.
If you could change one current trend in video gaming, what would it be?
DLC, definitely, and that or these broken game launches. I think DLC probably first and foremost, like microtransactions. We really need to look at the model and the way it's being structured and find something that works, because clearly developers are having a struggle making money, and we kind of need to go back to the drawing board and the whole DLC and how much a game costs and everything. So that's my pick.
All right, and last question is maple syrup or Canadian bacon? You can have one for the rest of your life, and you have to leave one behind. Which one is it? I'm just kidding, Robbie. You don't have to answer that. Everybody, it's just too difficult.
No, I
Killing one of your children.
Nail biting.
Yeah.
Robbie's Canadian, so we like to have fun with him.
Of course.
I knew there was a Canadian
joke somewhere.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Sony tells you that for the price of one of your children, you would get a new Last of Us game today. Which child would you give them?
That's a real fucked up question.
That is so messed up. Why didn't you ask me something like that? Jeez, you're going to torture Brett?
Because you don't have any children.
That's like the worst.
Well, you could have come up with something different.
If you guys are watching this, stop watching it right now.
Kids?
Yeah. Well,
kids.
I'd have to give up the oldest one because the others are the youngest, and he's had the most time here on Earth. So, see you later, Brett.
We're not killing him, for Christ's sake.
It's not murder. Your mind went there, Brett. It's not murder. We're just sending them away.
They're still alive? All right, great. So I'm sending them off to a video game reformatory, I guess. It'd still be my... No, let me think. Because my second oldest gives me a lot of trouble. That's
you can solve some problems here. I mean, you got some real opportunities.
But he looks the most like me. I was a bad kid too, damn it. I'm gonna give up. I'll give up both of my oldest. Fuck it.
Oh! Last of Us 2 and 3 confirmed.
Holy shit! Thanks, boys.
All right. Brett, you get one game for the rest of your life. What game is it? You can only play this game. You get no other video games to ever play.
This is so fucked
What
up.
game is it?
You know what the answer is, Beastly. You know what the answer is.
It's not The Last of Us. It's a damn sure. No.
Really?
That's what I would have thought it would be.
Yeah, me too.
I need something. Do I get all the expansions and everything?
Sure.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, that's a good answer. You're not a World of Warcraft player, but I mean that is the most expansive game probably around right now.
It'll last you forever.
I would play. Well, I play MMOs. I play Silk Road Online. If anyone knows about that lame ass game, I was introduced to MMOs with that game, and so I started playing it like 10 years ago, and I still have 3 or 4 high level accounts that I go into once every couple of months and fuck around with. But yeah, World of Warcraft. It is what it is for a reason, and I think that would last me until I got my first gray hair today, so I'm already an old man.
All right, Beastly. I am a major game studio CEO, and I want something to throw $500 million at. But I wanted to have a recognizable property. So, you got one chance at this. Take one thing you love and pitch me a game idea right now.
All right. The Last of Us 2? No,
All right. You're fired. Get out of my office.
Your one chance.
What's a good video game idea? The Fugitive. It's a game like The Fugitive. Have you ever seen Harrison Ford's?
I'm hearing
Harrison Ford's Fugitive. You've been framed for the murder of your wife, but then later on in the game, you find out that she was never actually killed. That she was actually cloned, and she had her clone killed so she could frame you. And so you going through this whole espionage story to get to your wife to find out why she would do this to you. And
is Tommy Lee chasing you?
Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones he catches you in the tunnel too. You slide down the water and all that shit.
All right. What kind of game is it? Is it an RPG? Is it a first-person shooter?
It's an RP shooter.
RP shooter. Like what?
Yes.
Give me an example.
It's imagine a world like Fallout, right? But graphically far superior, that you're able to play in first-person mode or third-person mode. You're able to interact with non-player characters. The game has the most intense AI that you've ever seen. You can actually hold real conversations with these non-player characters. And to find out where you need to go, where your next mission is, who you need to talk to. And you're always on the run from the law. And there are people who are informants that if they see you, they will immediately call the authorities and let them know your location, because all around the city, your picture's everywhere, and they're looking for you. The game is really awesome.
Cool idea. Robbie, I want you to answer the same question.
You can't steal my answer. You're in Canada. That's how it starts. You work at Canada Dry.
Did we lose Robbie?
No, I'm here.
No deep in thought there.
Yeah. Jeez, this is a pretty expansive question. Yeah.
Have you seen the website Pornhub? Well, now you can play the game.
Oh my! No, I'm not getting into that.
That's it. You're fired. Last of Us 2 has been canceled.
You're fired twice. Get out of here. Screw my ideas.
That's not a joystick. This is a joystick. That's what it says on the box art.
I really have no idea. Like, I don't know. So many different ideas you can do for a game. Like, I'm sure I have some great ideas. I just can't think of any at the moment.
I'll pitch it for you, Robbie. You're born in flames and you're wondering why. Then you realize you're a demon and you're in hell. But you have a good spirit. So you fight your way out of hell. And right before you get out, you have a war with the devil. And you have to defeat him. And then you go to heaven. Good game. 500 million.
Like God of War 2.
Check, please.
Silence.
That was weird.
I didn't know how long it was gonna last.
I almost hit stop broadcast right there to have the show end.
That was some good shit. Oh man.
All right, should we wrap this one up?
You guys be sure to check out the new Twitter page.
Yeah,
There'll be a
that's
link
right.
in the description. Be sure to check.
I already forgot the name of it.
It's in there.
At Live BTS. It stands for at Live Beastly Thoughts Show. It's at capital LIVE capital BTS.
And the link will be down in the description.
Yeah.
You guys be sure to check out Robbie's channel. Robbie has a great YouTube channel. He does live streams and plays tons of video games. Be sure to swing by my channel, Beastly Gamer, and show your support of the Beastly Thoughts hosts. Thank you all so much for being here, and we'll see you guys next week.
We'll see you next week.
Guys. Bye.